Practitioners of amorous natural devotion seek an intimate communion with the divine, Radha Krishna, as they re-enchant their lives and embrace the mystery of existence. We are people who live life fully and engage in the world on the world's terms, being in the world but not of it, as some have said. In this way, we try to see Radha Krishna in everything, because especially humans, and of course we're coming from a human-centric point of view, humans are sexual beings who are made in the holographic image of Radha Krishna. And so, of course, we're attracted to them. They symbolize the epitome of human beauty and love and youthfulness and bliss, the joy of life. All of these things are embodied in Radha Krishna. And so our hearts are spontaneously attracted to them on a spiritual level, because we want to have this communion with the divine. Natural devotion is a mystical process, which means we want direct experience, not simply to hear from others what it's like, but to experience it for ourselves. So I teach a way of developing this experience of communing with the divine within ourselves, since we're like a holographic image of them. They're within us and we're within them, and just as a holographic fragment contains the whole image, although we're just a fragment or a portion of the divine, we contain the whole image also. And in that way, by getting in touch with our deepest selves, we can get in touch with Radha Krishna also. So this is a body and sex positive spiritual philosophy. Unlike some which create a dualistic approach between body and spirit, where spirit is good and body is bad or evil, Universalist Radhakrishnanism befriends the body. It's a gift from Goddess, and so we accept it with joy, and life is also a gift to us, in which we can develop our relationship with the Goddess. And so we should experience this time that we are here on earth by living it fully and enjoying everything there is to be enjoyed here. Universalist Radhakrishnanism does not encourage asceticism or dry renunciation. Universalist practitioners are in touch with the world and embrace the world, but very lightly, because we know we're just passing through. But while we're passing through, although this is a temporary home, we can make the best of it and prepare for the next one by imagining what a perfect world in the presence of Radha Krishna would be like, and how we would be a part of that world. And then, because we don't focus on duality between matter and spirit, and see that this world is terrible and the body is terrible. No, this world is what we make of it, and it's a gift from Goddess, so we should make the best of it. You know, I don't feel we're put here just to, perform penance and austerity in order to escape. This is not a deliberately inflicted torture, although at times it may seem like that. So we embrace the world, but lightly, knowing that our true home is in the spiritual world, a place we call Braj, where Radha Krishna live eternally, and where we can go to live with them. Natural devotion teaches us how to develop a body that's appropriate for being with them. And while we're here, we can begin to mold our life here as we would like to see our life in the next world be also. Because, eternity is right now. We don't have to wait for eternal life. This is it. And we just need to begin realizing the role we play in the divine play of eternal pastimes of Radha Krishna. And that's what the process of natural devotion helps us to realize. And sexuality can be a window to the ultimate reality. Sexuality is a part of the practice, because if the relationship with Radha Krishna is sexual, if their relationship is sexual, at least from our human embodied point of view, that's how we see it. And in this way, sexuality is a very strong symbol for union with the divine and longing for the divine and embracing the divine and embracing the world. And it's sometimes how people attain their highest realizations. Sometimes that state of orgasmic bliss is the closest people come to a transcendent experience. So we don't discourage sexuality, just be responsible and caring and loving in sexuality and do it in a conscious way. That's the thing Radhakrishnaism teaches, how to live in the world in a responsible way as an adult, without having to follow a list of rules and regulations, do's and don'ts, but rather learning to be in touch with your heart and following the divine intuition that comes through your heart and mind to guide your life. Being in touch with the inner self and the higher self within. This is what Radha Krishna devotion is about. We want to realize the interconnectedness of all. Everything is connected. We're all part of the field. The whole universe is known as the field. And we're a part of that, and it's all interconnected, and it's all conscious, and it's all Radha Krishna, or Goddess. And so we feel ourselves to be part of this field, the oneness, the dream of Radha Krishna as we experience it in this life. And as we live in this life, we integrate the needs of the body, the mind, and the spirit. One is not enhanced at the cost of the other. The body is taken good care of and seen as a useful ally on the spiritual quest. Our body should be made our best friend to guide us and lead us on the quest, because the body has its own innate wisdom also, because the cosmic consciousness that pervades the universe is within us and without us and within every atom. So if we can just become intuitively in tune with that, The body will act according to its natural design to further our spiritual consciousness. And the mind also. The mind becomes so distracted by the things of the world, especially if we watch the news nowadays, which I haven't done for years, although I do watch some on YouTube occasionally. But I avoid mainline news, and I avoid reading the newspaper and daily news, keeping up. It's just too much, because the mind, at least my mind, becomes agitated by all the despicable nonsense I read about in the news. Instead, I try to keep my mind peaceful by living in a peaceful environment and experiencing the peace within myself. And I know that everything I need to know is within me. And if I can just tap into that deepest part of myself through meditation on Radha Krishna every day, I know I got it nailed for that day. And in this way, we also bridge the gap between sacred and profane. We don't say, oh, this part of our life is holy and that part is profane, or just what we do to earn a living or this or that. But as we learn to become conscious in everything we do, we also learn to make everything we do spiritual and live in the world as if it is the spiritual world of Braj. And these are our eternal associates, at least for right now, at this moment of eternity. The people we live with around us are our associates in eternity, so let's treat them lovingly and be good to ourselves and to everyone else. Because by healing ourselves, and we have so much healing to do in our area of sexuality, because there's so much Puritanism and Victorianism and fundamentalist religious views of all stripes that don't accept sexuality as the gift of the divine that it is. People are broken, our psyches are broken. We have distorted pornographic views of sexuality, or else we can't imagine a sexual self and just become frigid or non-sexual. So none of these are really optimal, but as we learn to heal ourselves from the conditioning we've received in society since infancy about our body, about our sexuality, about our desires, we need to uncondition ourselves and free ourselves in order to heal the self, and in this way heal society one person at a time. As each person awakens and becomes aware of the divine body, mind, spirit that they are, the world will become a better place, and society will be that much better. Talk to you more about this later. Be sure to like and subscribe.